Good morning. Can you see me and hear me? Good morning. Why isn't my mouse working? Oh, it's over there. Didn't I do that? Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. 1 second. Yeah, they're both on slow mode and members live are both on. Is it not doing that? Thank you, love. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try to announce those giveaways later today. If not today, then Monday. This week, like, unexpectedly kicked my whole butt. But anywho, okay, let me go back to the top here. Message and song regarding what immediate actions to take financially from my spirit team. Interesting. I'm going to show you because if not, you might think I'm making it up. Letting Go for a Little While is the song. And it literally says on there, letting go for a little while. And there's like that, is it called Braille? It's like kind of giving a perspective shift is what comes first. What immediate actions to take before any physical actions. There's a perspective shift. Making a decision. I feel like this is saying analyze, lay everything out and try and give yourself a different perspective. It's going to show you something intellectually that you wouldn't see unless it was laid out like a map almost. Will I ever get to meet CL? Will you ever get to meet CL? It almost feels like there's going to be an opportunity to, and then it falls through. Because 5 of Pentacles is like, okay, finally. And then 9 of Pentacles in the Tower is like, oh man, I'm on my own again. And when I clarified 5 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like there's an offer, but then it doesn't go. So I don't think it looks likely. Will we buy a house within the next year? In the next year. Some kind of plans falling apart, but then there's action. So it's like something doesn't work out and then something does. Is it in the next year? I don't think so. I mean, the potential for it is there, but I think it's not likely to be in that year because you have to have a problem and solution first before it goes through. What does Uncle Gary think of my husband currently? I heard nope when I looked over for the mediumship deck. Oh. I'm trying to think of a different way to word it, but I just keep getting it worded the same way over and over. Not evil, but foolish. Not evil, but foolish. Plans fell apart. It's like not evil, but foolish. It's like someone who their ego is triggered because they feel like they're not holding things together in the way that they intended. And that's spilling out onto others, is how I would word that. Will there be any issues with the lease I just signed for a new home? Any issues? Nope, you're going to have to actually let yourself be happy. 8 of Pentacles, justice, yeah. No, I don't see any issues. I think the only issue may be there's this feeling of like what gets triggered in you when you feel like something's finally like you can take a deep breath, but then you still don't let yourself take the deep breath. So I think that the only like issue would be allowing yourself to enjoy it. My mom died in October and took care of everything. My stepdad still won't make a trust will. If he passes, his kids get it all. They were not close to her. We have no legal rights. Suggestions from mom. She took care of everything. Her stepdad still won't make a will. Flying high, falling low by walking on cars. Walking on cars? Walking on cars. Walking on cars. You'd be walking on the top of something that's moving. So you're walking on the top of something that's moving, but there's sabotage. Lack of change. This is like you can offer them whatever you feel like you could, and they're still going to turn it down. Like this person's hanging here, they obviously need something to drink. This person's offering them a drink, but this is reversed, and then it's betrayal, and it's like turning my back on logic. I feel like it's going to be very difficult. I feel like there's some underlying selfishness here, is how I would word that. I feel like, I guess I would say, needing to play their game better than them would be how I want to word that, I guess. Message for this week of a blessing. So King of Swords and Ten of Wands reverse were the only two flipped. So your mind is helping you put down some kind of burden because there's finally some kind of heart-mind flow. It's like your heart and your mind have been at odds, and something's coming up where they're like, oh, cool, we can be on the same team about this. Let's do it. And it feels like that momentum is something that you can then use to build. Message from spirit guides for the week ahead. Okay, so I said good or bad tower, and we have a resurrection. So something goes wrong, but then you find some kind of like oomph in coming up with a solution. The tower's here, but it doesn't feel like catastrophic. It feels more like an annoyance, like a major annoyance comes up, so that your problem solving abilities are tested. And then it's like after you get through that without going backwards emotionally or energetically, you get some kind of like prize from it or some kind of reward from it. What do my ancestors and guides want me to know and a token? Closer. Your ancestors would, out of all these tokens, there's like other stuff in there too. Anyway, the one that says no, a mouth, and it says no. Like, oh, you can't see it. So much funnier if you can see it. No. And it's 66. So saying no to stuff that you know is not in alignment with you. Yeah, justice. Yeah, no, quite literally. Saying no to stuff that's not in alignment with you. You're not wrong for some kind of no that you gave, or you're not wrong for some kind of 10 toes down, standing on business type thing that you did. You're correct. Like about whatever you know that made you do that. You know what I mean? All right, let me go to this list real quick. New member. Thank you. Where's that deck at? It's your story. Feel free to hit him with a plot twist whenever you want. I feel like there's a need to be mindful of what projection from others may be causing you to not take some kind of chance on yourself. Message from Chris and a song. I moved my second screen to the other side and I can't get used to it yet. Message from Chris and a song. White Lies by Ron Pope just started playing. If I could go back, I would. Make sure you never doubt it how important you are. White lies, white lies, white lies, how important you are. I don't know. It's almost like this energy of how are you selling yourself short in some way by convincing yourself that there's not better. Yeah, it's causing you to not make some kind of change. It's anchoring you in like a negative way. You know what I mean? There's some kind of thought you had about a change that's needed, but then you talked yourself out of the change. And Chris is like, no, go back to that and shake hands with that change. Reason Why by Ron Pope. Wait a minute. The song on my phone is by Ron Pope, and the song on the card out of an 88 card deck is also Ron Pope. So he's like, listen, get them on the same team, your heart and that, or your mind and that idea. Message from guides with token. It's like someone walking onto the beach, I think. And it's number 9, but there's 2 little dashes here that make it look like it says 911. See what I mean? Oh, I didn't know they would focus if I held them that close. Oh, this is this scene. It's the same thing. Would you look at that? Anyway. There's a need to go back to some kind of creative solution that it's almost like you started enacting it and didn't follow through. There's a need to go back to it. It feels like maybe like a routine change or something like that. It was more important than you realized at the time. Shadow, my cat is scheduled for surgery next Thursday to x-ray her hips. Is it necessary? Is it necessary? I would say yes, but I don't really know if they're going to find anything wrong. I just feel like maybe for your peace of mind, Page of Cups in reverse, it's like something has been making you pay more attention to this. And I feel like because of that, knowing like for sure what's going on will help you be at ease. So I would say yes. But I wouldn't expect anything bad from it. Like the results, I mean. Did my hub's cardiac bypass surgery affect him negatively mentally? It's interesting because this is the after tarot. So instead of just standing in front of the castle, they're on this little chariot thing about to go away. I would say yes. It's almost like because I just said that, right? And then this is lack of change, and this is like I'm kind of standing in my own way here. And this is like escapism. Oh, and the car just drove by. Did you see that? Hallelujah by Kate V. Vogel. Anyway, it's like he's not as present. Like I'm here, but I'm gone. I'm not changing it, even though I know it's an issue. So I would say yes. I would say yes. Let me go back to this list. What does August look like for me? What does August look like for me? It looks like you asked for some kind of change. This is like I asked my higher self to not be stressed about that anymore. And now you're calling in all these experiences to make choices to align with whatever it is that you asked for. So August may be a little bit challenging, but it's like a challenge that you asked for, if that makes sense. Like you didn't ask for the challenge, but you asked for some kind of change. Sorry, the song was like yelling. You asked for some kind of change. And now you're getting things so you can access this change. That reminds me, I did this. I had this channel yesterday. I posted it to TikTok. I need to post it here. Hold on. Let me just write on my hand. Because I explained something like that in a TikTok yesterday about how we have to collect all the tokens of the minor arcana to go then walk through the major arcana. I'll post that one here later. But I want you to watch that because that's kind of the answer to this question that you asked me. Raphael is in his operation this morning. How will it go? How will it go? I wouldn't be surprised if they said something like, oh, we had to do this a different way, but it's all fine. Like, it's like, okay, everything's going smooth. We hit a hiccup, we take a different action, and then everything's good. So I feel like everything's going to go fine and well, but I feel like you may hear something like, oh, we had to switch our, I don't know if they tell you that kind of stuff though. I guess it depends. But I wouldn't be surprised if they told you something like, oh, we had to switch our original plan, but everything went fine. You were right about my car repair. It was not bad gas. It was a fuel sensor and a computer software update. 1,200. Painful, but not worst case. Okay. Bad gas would have been worse, right? Because it would have went through the whole thing. Well, what was your lesson in this? There has to be. What was your lesson in this? That you can handle inconveniences a lot better than you used to in the past. You don't let inconveniences cause a domino effect. I mean, not that this wasn't annoying for you and not that it didn't cause some headaches, but I feel like in the past, this type of inconvenience would have dominoed through like weeks. And this time you were just like, no, I'm just going to handle it and move forward. So good job. Message from my guides. This deck does not want to shuffle today. Message from my guides. The deck doesn't want to shuffle, and then the star in reverse. You're getting some kind of self-worth test right now. Whatever your emotions are stirred up about, it's showing you where there's still some wound around self-worth. Like, do you really see your value? And if you saw your value, would you be making the same choices that you're making in this particular area? So wherever your emotions are strongest right now, look at it as a self-worth test. Was a hitman and PI hired to unalive me for the inheritance? Something was a plan. Something was afoot. Release the money, and this is the Grim Reaper. So like it didn't work, but he was sent. But they thought you were alone, didn't realize you had divine protection, and this is like karma going back their way now. Somebody didn't want you to have it. Message from Baba L. Where did I put that other dice at? Oh, well, we got the gear token that fell out. What's closing now is the version of you that carried too much pain. Oh no, that's 4. What's closing now is a wound that is finally ready to heal, because what's also closing is the version of you that carried too much pain. It's go time with the gear. It's go time. Yeah, the version of you that carried too much pain. It's go time. You're about to find some kind of purpose in a darker moment in a way that allows you to forgive, I feel like, yourself. Will AW get pregnant? Is the don't know how to say that, the key, or progesterone, the key, or something else needed? Will AW get pregnant? I feel like the right changes are in place, and now it's just kind of about maintaining the changes. Is that the key? No. But if the right changes are in place, how is that not the key? Was there another recent change made besides just that? This is like maybe a hormonal rebalancing feels more prevalent than some kind of external thing. So whatever can be done to balance the internal hormones feels more significant in helping than anything external, if that makes sense. Message for the weekend and a token or a song. Christine, I didn't forget your stuff, by the way. I know you know, but I'll have it for you next week. Hold on. This all's messed up. Okay. Message for the weekend. Things might feel very chaotic because I just could not get all the cards to go the same way as soon as I read this. Okay, yeah. Something's going to come up that shows you how much you've healed something, but it's like it comes up in a way that's frustrating. But I also don't feel like this is something like typical. Like this is like an external frustration, not by someone close to you. It's like a life annoyance that leads you to like this Narnia closet. And inside the Narnia closet, there's some kind of change. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Some kind of change. Your husband just needs to show up for the message. I look at the bottom, Temperance. Okay. Any messages from my mom? I need to stop putting that dice back in there. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Education may be significant. Look at the timing. Think about what was left undone. Unfinished plans hold clues. Okay, so what was left undone? What does she want you to focus on doing right now? Resisting some kind of change as it pertains to feelings, needing to take a leap. I feel like she's saying there's something you've been kind of holding and carrying, like a, I don't know why I'm getting this reference, but you know those little, what are they called? Like they're like the nano pets. They're like the little, they look like an egg and they're on a keychain and you used to carry them around and take care of them and like keep them alive. It's like she's referencing something you've been carrying being that little digital pet. And she's like, you just need to let the battery run out. Like you don't need to keep carrying it with you, if that makes sense. Oh, and the song is It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday by Jason Mraz. So yeah, she's like, put it down. Put down the little digital wound pet type thing. Will all pet lovers say a prayer for Annette's pet, please? Have I done enough to mend the rift with Julie? Have I done it? The song just said nothing is impossible by walking on cars. No, not yet. I don't feel like it's the rift between you and Julie, though. I think it's a rift that Julie's having with herself, or like something that's been triggered in each of you differently from whatever happened between the two of you. And I don't feel like it's necessarily you versus this person, or not versus, but you know what I mean? It's more like which one of your wounds, whoever's wound has surfaced, when that gets low enough in like loudness, then I feel like that's like the mend. It's not about one another. It's about whatever else was surfaced. How is everyone involved in stealing from me viewing my social media posts? My guess is not well. Yeah. Yeah. So 8 of Pentacles in reverse is like, oh no, the plan didn't work. 10 of Wands in reverse to Temperance is like, there's nothing we can do now. It's too late. The air balloon has started to lift. Will I be dating anytime soon? Will I be dating anytime soon? Not as soon as you'd like, but I feel like you're going to feel more ready than you have in a long time. Almost like the readiness that you're going to feel soon. You're going to be like, oh, I guess I wasn't as ready as I thought I was before, because now the readiness now feels different. I also, with the 4 of Cups and how he's pouring out the cup, because it's the after tarot, I feel like you're going to get an experience of something that you don't want. And then when you walk away from that, you'll be aligned with something that's actually good for you. It's like, it's like a test of, are you going to settle for less just because you want a connection type of thing? So not as soon as you'd like, and there's a test first. Will A go to San Pedro or stay where she is? I feel like the opportunity or the option is there, and it's like I'm weighing it out, and then I feel like this is like a last second I decide to not go because this is lack of travel. I feel like it's more likely stay where she is, at least for now. Any messages from my mom? Spring is when you'll understand. It's a season of renewal. Expect something to come full circle. Full circle. So we have a bit of time till spring. Whatever you're dealing with emotionally, that's like one step forward, two steps back. It's like, okay, I do work, I do self-reflection, I do all the things, and then it just keeps coming back. Whatever that is going to ease up by spring. It's almost like every once in a while you feel like it comes by and does like a bee sting on you. It's like this certain emotional bucket, and it's almost like in spring the bucket gets dumped out. Open Arms by Journey and Yellow may be significant. Yellow is very significant, is what I just heard. Maybe there's a sign coming that's going to be a yellow sign. What will happen with the Epstein file backlash this month? Will more incriminating evidence be released? There's some kind of distraction coming because they don't want us talking about it anymore. It's like, don't focus on that. Don't talk about that. Talk about something else. Look over here, not over there. So will more evidence be released? Yeah. Oh, evidence is released and then they distract. It's like, oh, look at this evidence. Oh, look at this distraction. Typical playbook. Messages and a song. I got my ticket for the long way round. When I'm gone by Katie Vogel. Don't know how to say that. Got my ticket for the long way round. Got my ticket for the long way round. You're going to miss me when I'm gone is what it's saying now. And I was just thinking Daisy. Is there any art you could do for Daisy? It's almost like she's saying you've been carrying this pain as pain for so long. It's time to make it into something beautiful so that you can kind of start to reframe the weight that you've been carrying from this. Yeah, the Sun in reverse and the High Priestess. 9 of Pentacles. She's like, I said what I said. Make some art. Even if it doesn't have to be anything fancy or special. I mean, you could like glue rocks to a canvas if you want, but like something, some kind of transmutation is necessary. Oh, let me go back to this list. Message and a token for the month of August. It's a ghost. Ghost. New beginning from your ghost. Because see how I put that on top of the ghost? The ghost of lack of self-nurturement because you finally went into a death and a rebirth. It's almost like this last month was the death and the rebirth, and now you're like in the action step. So what did you learn from the past month as it pertains to nurturing yourself, and how can you show that you learned in August? Because after that, when you show that you've emotionally mastered whatever that was, then you have the world in your hands come September. So it's like August is a month of showing yourself that you learned from July. What happened to Teresa last night? Was her life taken as her mother feels, or did she do it herself as the authorities are leading to? Oh, that jumped out. What happened? Was her life taken as her mother feels? Action, give and take, tower in reverse. Who's avoiding a tower? Her or somebody else? Private, lack of completing a cycle, plans. I feel like this is something where there's action taken in order to avoid a tower. And then I said, what's the tower? It's a private tower. Why is there a private tower? There's a lack of completing a cycle. Why is there a lack of completing a cycle? Or what comes from lack of completing a cycle? A plan. What's the plan? This one shows a woman who's looking at herself in the mirror. Oh, and I just dropped cards. Hold on. Let me get them. No, I don't think anybody else was involved here. This is like nobody else being involved. I want to word it as like there's this heaviness around like hiding emotions or like emotional turmoil that like I knew that people would help me for, but I didn't know how to reach out type of thing. I feel like there's something along those lines in there. Let me get one of these. Seven of Hearts, so Seven of Cups, confusion, cloudiness in the head. What I hope you realize is you don't need to carry my pain as your own. You don't need to carry my pain as your own. Yeah, I don't think that anybody else was involved here. And it's the PS I'm so proud of you on the bottom. Who You'd Be Today by Kenny Chesney. Interest animals. I'm not picking up on anyone else being involved. I'm sorry. Did C appreciate the extra money I gave him? How did C feel about the money? Yes. Yes, because I'm not going to tell you how bad I needed that, but I needed that. I'm never going to tell you that. Or you may know to some degree, but this is like, I really appreciate it because I'm drowning and I don't know what action to take or something to that effect. Message for the month. Message for the month. And the song just said My Shadow. It's Echo by Jason Walker. Echo of a Shadow. Echo of a Shadow. There's an echo of a shadow coming up where you needed to have the last word, but now you don't. So there's going to be a situation where you're going to be presented with a choice. Do you want to have the last word and go backwards and have to go through this whole thing again? Or are you going to know that some people just aren't going to hear you? It feels like that. Not bringing yourself down vibrationally in order to try and convince someone who you know can't hear you to hear you. You know what I mean? And do like two more and then go back to the other list. What do my guides think about how I handled Nicole, dad's narcissistic wife yesterday? These are jumping out. Very well. Very well. Very well. Clarity on taking the higher road and moving forward with no hesitation. What's that quote? Whatever you, that's not how it starts. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces right off to me and sticks right back at you. This is that. This is that. How did you handle it? Like that. Good job. How to get unstuck. What shadow wound should I be working on? What shadow wound should I be working on? The wound of the devoted ghost. Loyalty to a past that no longer exists. You're stuck in the space between who you were and who you're becoming. But I think that the key to getting out of that space is being okay with that. Not necessarily knowing what comes next, but knowing that looking in the rear view doesn't serve you either. Yeah. Being okay where you're at, not looking in the rear view, because fulfillment is ahead, not behind of you. Not behind you. I guess I'd say looking at any outdated beliefs that you have right now about what you're capable of, because something's like a string holding you back a little bit. All right, back to this list. Oops. What's the purpose for people pretending to be me? What is the purpose for people studying something about you? In private, I'm looking at your mind and your heart. I'm privately looking at your mind and your heart. Judging your reactions or responses would probably be in alignment with that. Is there something else wrong with my car? Something else. Yes. Mm-hmm. Did you fix something else recently that could have not been fixed all the way? This is like, oh, I thought it was 100% good, but like it's 80% good, but because it wasn't 100% good. The reference I'm getting is like a screw. If the screw is, I don't think it's a literal screw. I'm not saying your tire's about to fall off. I think it's something inside. But like for an example of the energy, Like if you screw a screw in all the way, it's not going to come out. But if you leave it like 95%, every bump is going to like turn it a little bit out. That's this. But again, it's not a screw. It's like, I don't know, like something, nothing's going to fall off your car, but something like that where it just keeps getting a little bit worse. Message from my spirit team. Clarity on efforts and surrender. You're making, whatever you did was the right thing. It's almost like you were like, okay, well, my guides will confirm if I'm on the right track or something like that. But if I ask for the confirmation, then I'm just going to know it's like a confirmation that you were like, I'm not going to ask for the confirmation, but I want the confirmation. Whatever it was, you made the right decision. What song is this about to be? Perfect for Me by Ron Pope. So yeah, whatever decision you made the perfect decision. Message and a song from Uncle Dennis. I almost knocked my Red Bull off the table. So I'm wondering if Uncle Dennis was a bit of a comedian, like, because Red Bull wings, I almost knocked it off the table, so it would have been flying off the table. He's like, hey. Oh. King of Swords and 10 of Cups, a family man who's very intelligent. Okay. If you could feel what I feel now, you'd realize that love is the only thing that ever mattered and that love was always enough. The legacy I leave behind is written into the strength of those who carry my memory. Your mind and heart function a lot like his. Like there's some bit of like high emotional intelligence, like knowing what to say and when to say it and having that gift. And I think the message is to utilize it more. Forever Young by Bob Dylan. And they're laughing. Was Uncle Dennis funny? I have to know. Interest, trivia, or debates, and a happy birthday message. I think Uncle Dennis was probably very funny. Will SK get pregnant? Is the new doctor the key? Oh, okay, because I said it wasn't that the P word. I think it was a P. Is the new doctor the key? Did I say something about hormones in the last one? Because this is kind of like, is the new doctor the key? Is the new doctor a hormone doctor? Have you got like I'm wondering. I keep getting hormones because this is like lack of balance of something that's fundamental as it pertains to the pregnancy. So what is fundamental in terms of balance when it comes to pregnancy? Hormones. And this is like it not being the balance that it needs to be, and this is needing to look at it. I think the block is hormones, and unless the doctor is specializing in that, I don't. Yeah, judgment in reverse. I don't think that new doctor is the key. No. How am I doing with my house move plans? Any advice? Just saw 2 of Cups. No, you're on the right track. Just keep building brick by brick. It's like cross the T's, dot the I's, look at anything that could go potentially not as originally planned and figure out potential solutions in case anything like that does come up. But this is just like you're on the right track. It's just going to take time. Just keep building it. Why am I having vivid dreams? Why am I having vivid dreams? Sometimes when our psyche cannot process something or understand something in a waking state, the energy still can be transmuted in a sleeping state. This is like you weren't able to connect the dots of something in the waking state because it would have been too painful. So your guides are taking another approach and they're working through it when you're not actively like needing to sit there. It's always like looking at the sword. That's the data, right? So it's like you don't need to look at the data piece by piece to process it. You're processing something in the sleep state. Message of guidance. You're making progress. You don't think you are, but you are. You're not allowing external things to affect you as much. Nine of Pentacles is independence, so it's like when it comes to your grounding, you're not allowing other people to rip out the roots as easily. Um, and the garden gnome makes me feel like you've been a lot more in the moment. So I think that this is just acknowledgement of like good job, like keep doing whatever you've been doing. I think that's the message. Will there be a catastrophic weather event in New York City or the Texas Gulf Coast in August? What's connected? Drama and a battle that shouldn't be there, because this is again after tarot. Typically they're not all whacking each other with the swords, but they are, and then this is like heavy drama and it's connected. I think there's stuff that happens all over the place in August. There's like stuff that happens that doesn't make sense in August. If that makes sense. There's stuff that happens that it's like out of place or out of time or something. Not out of time, but like a weird time, or like something that would happen in New York, for example, happens in Texas. Like it's something like that. I don't know what though. Any advice about work? Any advice about work? It's like needing to increase your confidence in communication by knowing that you're ready to communicate in whatever way that is. If this is a new job, it's getting ready to interview. I don't think it is, though. I think it's like needing to find a way through some kind of brick wall by using higher intelligent communication. It's almost like the way that you typically would communicate, but you kind of usually need to lower it so other people can understand you. It's like needing to take a higher communicative approach to something. Yeah, 5 of Cups, something that's not moving forward. The way through is with your communication skills. Rely on them more. Let me do a bunch on this list because this is backing up. When I do dream healing rituals, who, what is coming through to assist? Your inner teen. When I do dream healing rituals, who, what is coming? Your inner teen. Yeah. Because I feel like your inner teen was very fierce. And it's like the healing rituals is bringing you back out of any type of shell or coating. So it's like, who better to rip off that shell or coating than your inner teen who's very fierce? My sister's 57th birthday would have been this coming Sunday. What's that? August 2nd. 8-2. August 2nd. August 2nd. Spring and summer. So from right now, summer to spring. Spring is when you'll understand. A past event in spring holds answers. June, July, or August holds an important connection between us. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is confirmation. Spring is when you'll understand. Past event. What is she bringing up to bring for you to bring with you on this birthday? Okay, this is direct. On her birthday, she wants you to sit and write, hand to paper, something that you promise to let go of, like something you promise to stop saying to yourself, something you promise to stop allowing yourself to think negatively about yourself, or something like that. This is like, you want to give me a birthday present? Grab a pen and a paper, sit down and make a promise to yourself in honor of me. Because it's time. I think the directness of this was that. Take It Easy by the Eagles and Open Arms by Journey. New Year's. Oh, like a New Year's resolution. But the New Year's so every year on her birthday, make a New Year's resolution. It'll reconnect you to her in a deeper way. Like, what do I promise to do or not do anymore? Type of thing. Message from my guides with a token. Kindly Unspoken by Kate Bogle. Kindly, little nuts and bolts. Kindly Unspoken, nuts and bolts. Kindly Unspoken. I think this is acknowledgement that someone's silence isn't because a lack of care, it's because of a lack of emotional maturity to hold the depth in which a conversation would need to occur. This is like, it's not that I don't see the problem, I just don't know how to swim all the way into that end of the pool to bring you back over here to have the conversation. It's like they need a pool floaty of some kind. So it's not for lack of care per se. It's for lack of emotional, a lack of emotional vocabulary is what's coming through. I don't really know what that means. New member, thank you. The degree to which a person can grow is directly proportional to the amount of truth they can accept about themselves without running away. I feel like this is acknowledgement that you didn't run away. There's something that came up and it was hard and you sat with it. And because of that, you're being freed from some kind of bungee to move forward. Why didn't Uncle Gary come through for Jacob? He was very standoffish. I think that prefers, Uncle Gary. Interesting, because Jacob is a very fluid medium. I wonder if I don't want to answer for Uncle Gary. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna be very direct with you. I think right now, because of things going on in your reality, it's easier for Uncle Gary to get the messages through to you from a woman. Because when you're being shown in your reality males who are not able to hold emotional depth, it's almost like, it's not that Jacob couldn't deliver that message with that emotional depth, but your willingness to fully receive the message is going to come better through a woman, because Pentacles ungrounded. It's like you're viewing the masculine energy as not being able to ground and stand in the depth of your energy. It's almost like Uncle Gary's like, okay, I can use this straight. I don't want to word it like that because Jacob's an excellent medium. I know that you're not saying he's not, but I'm just, in terms of how the message gets through, it's almost like using a straight straw or like one of those like other straws, right? I think what you need to hear right now needs to come through a directly established female connection. I think it has nothing to do with Jacob, just more of your reality right now and what it's reflecting back to you. That's so funny though. Uncle Gary's like, I'm not talking right now. I'm not talking right now. Message from my spirit guides and a song. I need to change this playlist. I mean, the song is I Still Love You by Josh Jenkins, but this is not my regular playlist, and I don't like it that much. Let Me Go by Three Doors Down. It's like the same message. Let me go and I still love you. All right. Oh, let me go. Oh, version of yourself. Oh, that makes more sense. There's a past version of yourself that's trying to get you to let go of it. so that you can walk into some kind of fulfillment. Like you've learned all you needed to learn from this version of yourself. And I feel like it's something that you have been realizing recently, like, oh, that voice sounds like an old voice, like when you're talking to yourself. And there's a need to start to not blame or shame yourself from it. Yeah, Ascension. A final decision on Ascension. There's a need to start to replace some like not aligned thoughts with almost like fake it till you make it thoughts. Like I might not be this happy right now, but if I say it to my brain enough times, I'm going to step into that energy. Going to do 4 more and then back to the other list. I'm going to get this one down to 10. Will I stay at my job for the next 10 years? 5 years. Why did I say 10? Will you stay at your job for the next 5 years? And there's the 10. I feel like you're eventually going to leave, but because I said 10 and then the 10 came out and it's reversed, I feel like in between 5 and 10 years is when you end up leaving because you're committed for a bit longer, but then you're committed to leaving. So I feel like in between 5 and 10 years is when you leave. Thank you. Where's that deck? One of these. Don't go backwards into habits and situations that weren't helping you evolve. Stay consistent with forward movement and positive changes. Whatever changes you recently made are ones that are worth continuing to pour into, even if you can't immediately see the results. Message from A. Look in the physical world. A photo holds a detail you've overlooked. Study the background. Study the background. Background. You're changing the scenery in your mind. It's like you've been studying the picture of the past scenery to figure out if you missed anything before you could move forward. And now is the time to move forward. Give yourself the opportunity to move forward. Oh, it's time. You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. Yeah, it's time. It's time. Smell of popcorn. Is Elvis Presley still alive? I feel he went into hiding. Interesting. I don't think so. Not with that card coming out first. Painful ending. A painful ending and vulnerability by choice. Vulnerability from choices. Choices I made me vulnerable. There's a painful ending. I wouldn't say. I don't think so. How will next week go? Message and song from Patrick. It's kind of giving 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Like something's having trouble maturing and there's a need to adjust and take a different approach. But it's definitely not a worst case scenario either. It's like what plan A was wouldn't be as good as plan B type of thing. You don't have to be afraid of the unknown because you're never alone in it. Number 7. So whatever it is, it's going to end up working out in your favor just after a frustration. Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw is the song. Two more. My grandma said, by fall, I will finally understand what does she mean, token and song. Cupid. I think it's something about your relationship. By fall, you will have had enough painful experiences to figure out what you want to do. Or figure out a plan, because Knight of Pentacles is diligency. So it's like, I might not be enacting the plan yet, but I've made a decision on something. It feels like that. Last one, then back to the other list. Message for my birthday month. Happy birthday. We have a lot of birthdays in August, I think. Feels. Message for your birthday month. So I know that this looks very negative, but my intention was to put a positive message for you. So we're going to look at this in that way, right? There's something that is being let go of that was blocking your light, and it may be painful, this ending, but it's necessary. So it's almost like a cracking of an eggshell, which makes sense because birthday month, cracking of an eggshell would be being born. It's like you're gifting yourself the rebirth by allowing the eggshell to crack so the light can come out. Oops, let me do one more and then back to the other list. Message from Gran as it's her 43rd anniversary this month. 43rd year anniversary this month. I'll stand by you by the pretenders. Wait, smell new car. Didn't you ask me about a new car? So yes, it's coming. It's just going to take longer, and you need to give up the how. Just focus on manifesting it and allow any blockages pertaining to how to fall away. Love, oops. Love doesn't end. It just finds new ways to be felt with the phone. I feel like she's been trying new ways to send you messages or to like let you know that she's there. Yeah, vulnerability, feeling, clear feeling. You keep getting these clear feelings and you're like, I think that's my intuition, or maybe it's not. And then you aren't really all the way sure, and then kind of maybe forget. And she's like, no, that's me. That's me. All right, let me go back here. What is the best timeline for my surgery? Will waiting until after November 17th be better? I feel like you could go either way, but whatever the surgery is for, like if there's like pain or there's like lack of mobility or something like that, I feel like that gets worse the longer you wait. So if you wait till after November 17th, I feel like you'll be fine, but you'll be in worse shape. Like it's good. You're gonna feel it, whatever it is. You're gonna be like, okay, I've waited a few months. Not that it's the worst thing, but it's almost like the Lovers and the Devil. You can handle it. Just do you feel like handling it for that long? It's that. I don't think it's going to be like it's not going to cause any kind of tower. It's more just like frustration. I've noticed I'm getting all major arcanas in regard to my house move strategy. Any messages? Clarity on fear that needs to be released. Oh, releasing a lack mindset. When you get one of the major arcana cards, ask yourself, what would block me from thinking I'm worthy of this? What would block me from thinking I'm deserving of this? And I go back to that video I posted yesterday that I'm going to repost on here later. I don't know if you were here yet when I was talking about this earlier, Deb, but I posted this video yesterday of all the minor arcana cards being like tokens, and you have to collect all the tokens and then turn them in to be able to take the test, the character test. I'm going to post it here after the live. But anyway, this is that, like looking at what lack mindset could be standing in the way of achieving each of those major arcana cards. Look at them as mirrors. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Good. See, you should be very proud of yourself. Let's see what needing to heal a loneliness wound, deep feelings of isolation, disconnection, or longing for meaningful relationships. Oh, when it's almost like before, when something would happen, you would kind of abandon yourself in terms of your feelings. You're like, okay, let me just not feel that. Let me just focus kind of on this pattern of, if I stay in the frustration, I don't have to feel the feelings. And this time you switched it up. So good job. Is the office clerk position I interviewed for this morning a good fit for me, and will it have a favorable outcome? Good fit for you, yes. Favorable outcome, I don't think so. Page of Cups to Queen of Cups. Are you overqualified for this? It's almost like they'd have to pay you too much. I think you're overqualified. The Emperor in reverse. I think you're, because Queen came before Page, and then we have a lack of a victory. I think you're overqualified. Ooh, message from Spirit and a song. Castle on the Hill by Thomas Rhett. I'm trying to think of the one part of the song, and I can't get the lyrics in my brain. 1 second. I can't wait to go. Oh, how I've grown. I can't wait to go home, and I'm on my way. There's like a part of your inner child that's coming back, but it's like your inner child's coming back to communicate, not just like do art or anything like that. It's almost like needing to write a letter from your inner child to yourself. Just kind of sit there and let what flows come out. It's almost like the scenery in your mind changes when you allow your inner child to communicate through you. Do my guides think it's a good idea to rescue, adopt a fur baby right now? No. We said what we said. No, I think that you have a lot of love to give right now, and I think that's why you want to do it. But if you just have that animal to give the love to, you're not going to look at the love as grief. And love or grief is love with nowhere to go. And yes, the animal would be giving it somewhere to go, but you need to process it on your own first, not just avoid processing it on your own by giving it to the animal. You know what I mean? So I think that they're like, no, because it's needing to dump out the mud at the bottom of the cup instead of just filtering the mud. You know what I mean? Like, because if you just dump it out, then you can start over in this case by feeling all that. But the animal would be just pouring water in until it filters out naturally. And I almost want to say, like, you don't have time for that. Like, you don't have time for that process to happen. It needs to be dumped out. Message from my mom and a song. Okay, well, this one came out, but so did the Queen of Hearts, which is the Queen of Cups. So that would be your mom. She's like, I want to know it's me. Give it the Queen card. What I didn't understand before was how much time I spent chasing things that weren't important. Love lingers where the heart is open. Someone that she wants you to extend an olive branch to here, and I kind of think that person is yourself. Like needing to extend an olive branch to a version of yourself that had to go through a certain... Oh, yeah, see, that's you, the child. Mother, child, same suit. Resurrection. All right. In order to have this rebirth, there's a need to extend an olive branch to yourself. Stand by Rascal Flatts and don't stop believing. Fundamental analysis. Stop intellectualizing the feelings around whatever that is that I just was talking about. Should we get a dog? How would Shadow react? I don't think so. I don't think Shadow would like that too much. I mean, you know, this is like a false start. So could you build it up to that? Yes. If you're going to, I feel like maybe this is a situation where maybe bringing Shadow to meet the other dog like a numerous amount of times instead of just kind of winging it. This is like, if you wing it, it's going to be very frustrating. Message for the weekend. Message for the weekend. You have a choice in how you're going to handle something. Are you going to let it drag you down, or are you going to say, okay, I'm going to not let the water from other people's oceans get in my boat and sink it? And you're going to make the right decision, but it's going to be hard for a second. It's like you're at the door and you're like, all right, am I going to turn back and look back, or am I going to keep looking forward type of thing. You'll make the right decision, but it'll be difficult. Message from Grom. Message from Grom. Better Days by Dermont Kennedy. You've completed some kind of lesson. I don't just speak to you. I send messages through those around you. Okay, well, I'm around you. What message would they like to give you? It's time to release whatever's keeping you out of alignment. It's like the final step in something. What is it? There's something that needs to be thought of from a different perspective. Like something that feels like it's just not moving forward, but the solution is there. You just need to look through a different window. Like if you're looking in the windows of a house, you need to go look at the side window to see the solution, but you keep looking in the front window. One second. I think I lost my place. I broke my foot. That's awful. Is it healing properly? I have more pain this morning. Is it healing properly? Something's struggling to it's almost like it's getting stiffer. Like the range of motion is going down, and when the range of motion goes down, the muscle starts to contract, and like I don't know if it's like a muscle spasm or just the muscles like I'm not going to expand more anymore. It feels like that. Is that because it's not healing, or is that because it's part of the healing process? No, I don't think it's healing that great. Is there like exercises for it you're supposed to be doing that you're not, or maybe ask for some? It's like range of motion has a lot to do with stiffness, which has a lot to do with why there's pain. Message for Stacy and Caroline from heaven from her parents. Message for Stacy and Caroline. Ooh. Well, there's some bit of like lean on one another here because I got one card for each of them, and then the third card that I wasn't planning on pulling, but it was like you're pulling me, was that you were never meant to carry this alone. I see the weight you're holding, the quiet burdens you don't speak about. So there's a message to lean on one another here. Stacy, number 4. The truth I see now is the things I worried about didn't really matter in the end. So there's some, I feel like for Stacy, some kind of shoulda, coulda, woulda that they're encouraging her to put down. Like everything happened as it needed to type thing. And then Caroline, something you need to know about the past is forgiveness is the key to understanding it. I feel like this is self-forgiveness. Some kind of rope she's holding on to that she needs to let go. These are kind of similar energies, which makes sense because you're not carrying this alone. It's like some kind of needing to put down some kind of regret. Not regret. Regret's not the right word. Like shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't know how else to word it. I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash and Never Gonna Let You Down by Colby Kelly. Go back to this list. Come on. I told my dad what Nicole did and said how I'm not okay with that. What's his take on it, her, me? Will she continue to stir up stuff? Said I'm not okay with it. What was his take on it? It's kind of like, how do I? If I'm his thoughts, I would be saying something along the lines of like, okay, I guess I'm gonna keep hearing this. I'm taking Nicole's side, but I'm finding this groove to which I don't show that because this is secrecy, independence, death. It's like I'm ending engaging in this conversation or similar. I'm just going to keep being here and listening or like looking like I'm listening, but I've already taken her side in private. like in private in my head. Yeah, Queen of Swords. See how the Queen of Swords is facing away from this? You are in disagreement with how he would feel. Um, will she continue to try and stir stuff? Yeah. She's trying to push you out. She doesn't want you to get close. Yeah, Two of Cups. She doesn't want you to get close. I've made the decision. I don't want you to get close. She doesn't want you to get close. Why has everyone walked away from me? Haven't heard from family, friends without any explanation from anyone. Some people can't go with you. It's almost like people got the opportunity to wake up and go with you and they didn't. But it's not like they were presented with like, "Hey, do you want to wake up and go?" It was like, "Hey, do you want to evolve or do you want to shrink? Do you want to expand or do you want to hide?" And it's like they just kept making decisions that weren't in alignment with where you're going. It's like a walkie-talkie, right? You changed the station on the walkie-talkie. So they might be paging you or buzzing you, but and my ear just itched as I said that. Because usually when your ear itches, someone's talking about you. Or is that the nose? Anyway, it's like you change the frequency and they can't find the right station to get to you. Does the creative thing I need to revisit the spell I stopped in the middle of the other day or something else? So kinda, but like, okay, so spell work, one thing. What other action or planning or forward steps could you take to support if you were to go back and complete that spell? So like if you go back and complete it, what other I have 17 on, which is like a it's like a thing from a musical. So it's like you haven't completed all the scenes yet. There's other things you need to do in combination with the spell. I'm wondering if my mom was referencing my marriage. Do you think I would be happier single? Was your mom referencing your marriage? I want to word it like this. Yeah, okay. That's her. I want to word it, well, she wants to word it like this. She doesn't want to tell you what would make you happier, right? She wants you to start to look at the reality of the situation and not the potential of it. So it's almost like she's saying, I'm not giving you an answer to this. No one can give you an answer to this. The answer lies in, are you happy right now? And I don't think you can answer that until you look at the reality of right now and not the I almost want to say misguided hopefulness, but it's like that. It's not bad to be hopeful. It's just not great if you're being hopeful in things that keep showing you that they're not hopeful back. You know what I mean? So I think that this is like her saying, I don't really want to answer that, but I want you, yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse. Social Queen in reverse. She's like, I'm gonna go sit over there. I'm not answering this, but I want you to start to look at the reality of the situation is how I would word that. Which really does feel like motherly advice. So that makes sense. She's like a mom. She's like, I was born to be a mom. I'm doing good at this because I was born to be one. Just some direction. Just some direction. There's a lot you're holding in right now. And if you don't feel like there's anyone else that you can express these things to, mirror journal, write it down journal, speak it out journal. It's almost like there's this full cup inside and you're going to feel like you're drowning until you start to dump it out, even if the only person you can dump it out to right now is yourself. I feel like that's a first step here because there's a need for a release so that you can start to not feel like you want to hide or feel very overthinking when it comes to being seen or perceived. All right, one more, and then I'm going to go back to the other list. Any messages that I need to know? Thank you. Any messages that I need to know? There's something that like wants to come in and shift something for you. Like it's like a new concept, a new idea. This to me is like when you find a new like book series or something and you start to unpack like a concept. Like there's something that keeps popping up for you consistently and you're meant to become a student of it, if that makes sense. My mouse is stuck on my other screen. Okay, there we go. Are there any messages from my spirit guides who I've been feeling around me? It's like there's this portal where it's like the only way out is through, and you finally made it to the other side of this. So now you're feeling them more fluidly. I feel like right now there's this energy of you can feel us, but you feel like we're not giving you as much direction. And that's because you're supposed to be coming up with a direction. We'll confirm things for you because you can really feel us here. But there's some bit of like, I feel you. Why aren't you giving me the next clue? And they're like, no, you come up with the next clue and give it to us. And then we make things happen based off of that. How is my mom doing? How is my mom doing? I feel like something is not getting better, but you are not being verbally made aware of this. It's almost like I'm trying to figure out a solution before anyone realizes that I have a problem that I need a solution for. I think there's a solution going to be found. I want to word it as something is more difficult than you're being told. General message from Paul Paul. What does Paul Paul want to say today? Specific cologne or perfume. There may be some smells that you're noticing that remind you of him just the way you are. I feel like first and foremost, he's saying, yes, you're doing great, but yes, you also need to rest. Like you can do everything, but you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Not all at once, at least. Some truths stay hidden until you're ready to face them. Rest is important because even the strongest souls need to recharge. You're running on a hamster wheel of thought in your mind, and your body or your routine is following suit. So you're exhausting yourself externally because internally you're exhausted, and it all comes down to what thought are you needing to break and come up with a different thought pattern for. How do my guides communicate with me so I can tune in and receive? How do my guides communicate with me? Pattern recognition and feeling. Pattern recognition plus feeling. Start to write down, like, I had this uneasy feeling about this, and then it turns out this happened. I had this really excited feeling for no reason about this, and then this happened. Like, start to almost like create the Morse code of like, okay, this happened and it means this. This happened 8 times and every time it meant that. Okay, now I know when this happens and this feeling comes up, it's signaling this. It's like that. It's like the combination of the two. Am I only more grounded because more neighbors are away at the moment? Oh. Yes. I mean, other reasons also, but like I do feel like them not being there allows you to not be constantly outsourcing your energy to worrying about what they're doing, and allows you to be more in your emotions, but like not in a triggered way. So it's like this feeling of calmness. So do I feel like it's because they're away? I feel like in big part, yeah, but it's not like about them. It's about them not being there allows you to keep your energy within instead of sending it their way, if that makes sense. Not sending energy their way, but sending your thoughts and your worries, you know what I mean, their way. One more, then back to the other list. What does my future life look like? What's something we can know about what's coming? Oh, we like this. Opportunity, self-love, and action. Your opportunities are coming because you know when to act and when to wait. There's a you've mastered allowing your emotions to show you how to move and how to not move, and not you're no longer moving because of them. Like you're like, okay, this is showing me what's safe and what's not, instead of, oh, I feel this emotion, let me act. Like you're not acting from a triggered place. And because of that, there's opportunities coming in. I'm having a really hard time with the second screen being on that side instead of the other side, in case anyone has noticed. Leaving for Hawaii, will this be a spiritual awakening and life-changing experience? Looking for a mind shift. You're finding a part of yourself that went like dim. Like it's not that the light ever went out. See the light's down there and the light's up there. But this fish jumped out of the cup. Fish jumps out of the cup. This is feeling out of place, wanting to hide, wanting to dim, wanting to go back into the blending in of the ocean, right? But then boom, Empress, I have an idea. I re-nurture myself. What are you doing to re-nurturing yourself? Apparently going to Hawaii. So it's spiritual experience, yes. What does it do? Light. I mean, this is a cup, but you know what I mean. This is a part of you that you felt disconnected from, kind of coming back online, so to speak. Because now you can nurture that part. Is probably coming with some baggage, but you can nurture that part back now because you know how to do that. Oh, they're different people. I don't know if I noticed that. We might have to revisit that. I don't know if I noticed that. I'm sorry. Is there any updates, changes on the court proceedings in my situation? Any up? They're trying really hard to cause some kind of delay. I'd be careful with what you're letting them know, what that you know online, because it's giving them pieces to strategize. And right now they're trying to figure out what strategy to use. So they're trying to call it to get into, I don't want to deal with that business. So it's like they're trying to figure out how to not have to deal with something not working in their favor. And the way that they're doing that is a delay. And I feel like Magician in reverse, they may be getting this information from what they think or know that you know. So just be careful with what you're letting them know that you know. Not that you have to not say anything, but like, I feel like maybe there's one thing you said that gave them a heads up about something, and that's where that delay is coming from. What do my spirit guides want me to clear or focus on to shift to your highest timeline? Being in receiving mode. It's like your spirit guides are like, we can't give it to you if you don't open the door for it. Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles in reverse is like too good to be true. Like I'm fighting happiness because I feel like it's always fleeting. Every time I've been happy, and then it goes away. So there's a need to be able to stay in receiving mode even when you don't know what to expect coming next. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the treasure chest. It's like you can't see it yet. It's on the board though. It just has to flip. What has to flip? Receive mode. Is there a message for me from the other side? Message. Yes. army tags or some kind of military tags may be significant. Oh, there we go. I keep trying to show you that you are exactly where you need to be. Three of Diamonds is Three of Pentacles. It's teamwork. Message from the other side. I feel like there's two people here that are trying to help you put the pieces together of something. Trying to show you how to rebalance a root chakra wound so that you can allow in some kind of financial ease. So it's almost like I'm wondering if these are family members that are trying to help you fix a money mindset so that you can be in more of an abundant mindset. And I keep trying to show you, I feel like maybe they're showing up for you in music or something like that. Imagine by John Lennon. Imagine watering the flower that actually grows this huge. That's what you can do if you look at the money mindset wound that may have been passed on to you. Like, what is your relationship with money type of thing? Any message that I need today, please. Dolly, I sent out that package this morning, by the way. I'm going to email you back a little bit later, but I dropped it off before the live. It's like you have the data and you have the ability to stay even keeled through enacting of whatever decision is going to come from the data collected, but there's some hesitancy in taking action. I feel like this is a message of you're ready. You're ready to step forward in whatever decision you were back and forth about making. New member, thank you. We eat lies when our hearts are hungry. Be mindful and vigilant. And your name is the same as mine, but it's missing the E. The E is like a spiral. Don't go back into things that you've already learned from. You can't heal where you were broken. This is like a test of self-love. Why does that keep doing that? Anyway, this is a test of self-love. Don't go back to where broke. Don't go back to what broke you to heal there. Does Rob still come around? What are the signs and a song? Very subtly. Like, it's almost like I don't give you external signs. I just kind of speak to you quietly. The Emperor and Page of Pentacles is like hidden in the shadows. Like, Page of Pentacles in reverse is like, I'm here, but you can't see me. Especially with the Emperor in reverse, I'm not taking bold action. Hidden communication with Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like this person just kind of gives you feelings or hints or clues. There's no grand gestures with this person. And I feel like that's the confirmation that it's them, because they wouldn't be someone to be like, it's me, but it's like, hey, think about that. Like, it's like little gestures like that. My mouse is stuck again. There we go. A song. Chasing Shadows by Alex Warren. Message from Pat. You are stronger than your doubts and wiser than your fears. This is just like, good job. You I want to say reparent it, or you showed up for yourself in a way that you would have dimmed before. Like, you would have like showed up for yourself 50% of the way before, but now it was like 95, 100. So there's some acknowledgement of the work that it took to do that. Oh yeah, see? Yeah, pick the whole thing up over your head. You Will Find Me by Alex and Sierra is the song. She always wanted me to write a book. That does not surprise me with that message. Oh, wait, I think we talked about that actually in one of your readings. The challenge you're facing is teaching you that even pain has a purpose in your journey. You are not alone by Michael Jackson. You are not alone. I really think that her and your husband just sit up there and they're like, all right, what text messages should we send through the live today? Oh, it's funny. Why am I so tired? Is it all energetic or do I need to get my bloods checked? No, it's like an upgrade. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like your system is downloading something new to you. Like it's a new download. Do you need to get your bloods checked anyway? I don't think so. I don't think it's anything about that. I mean, if you're concerned, obviously go, but I don't think so. Will a universal salary and or digital currency be introduced in the US? If so, possible time frame? Yes. We take out a lesser, how do I word this? We take out a system that we have less control over and implement one that we do have more control over. Because Queen and Page to the Emperor, it's like this is male, female, child, but and look, there's two pages or there's two, so it's like Page and Knight, like the whole family's here, but it's disconnected, right? We can't control this. What can we control? Will universal salary backfire? That's out of place too, because now it's wands. It's kind of the energy of we try to do something too fast or too strong and then have to backpedal and figure out a better way. How to deal with family lies during family parties. I don't know if I want to say that to you. Is there a way that you could indirectly call these things out? Like let them know you know it's a lie without being like, hey, liar, liar, pants on fire. Like maybe, I don't know. Judgment, justice in reverse is calling out injustice. To what? Eight of Swords in reverse, free yourself. I don't know. Maybe when someone's lying to you, just be like, oh, yeah, tell me more. Or, oh, yeah, what about this detail? Almost like call them so they know you know. Maybe they'll stop, like, stop trying to perform once they realize you see it's an act. I don't know. Calling out injustice, though. I wouldn't just let it slide, but I wouldn't face it directly either. It's interesting. Oh, everyone else came through, but he was not participating. That may be it too. Maybe he's like, I like to speak when it's just me. Like I the message gets translated properly. Like maybe he's someone who doesn't like to be misunderstood. Maybe not even like in a bad way, but it just like in a, if I don't get the message across this way, I don't know how I'm going to get it across type of way, if that makes sense. Okay, I work with two girls who are having problems getting pregnant. One is AW and the other is SK. Can you do a new one for SK block? Yes. Okay, so SK, she wasn't sure about doing the reading. Another one for SK's block regarding getting pregnant. So this is different than the first one. The Magician to the Sun would be the block in the solar plexus. The Six of Swords would be the solution or calming something down. Calming down the temperance imbalance. Imbalance in what? The data points about an imbalance. It's like they're not looking at the right thing being the blockage. So if they're not looking at the right thing that's being the blockage, what is the blockage? The body not fighting to produce something more. I don't know. It's like there's levels of something are lower than they need to be. Some kind of Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, held back from flow. Some kind of lower levels in some sense. Anything from my husband. See You Again by Kelly Clarkson. 8765. Your strongest clue will come when you least expect it. Look beyond the expected. Your strongest clue. It's almost like you feel like you're never going to be able to break out of this shell that you feel like you're trapped in, but the timing is going to align where a little crack of the shell allows for it to kind of start to naturally and comfortably fall open. So it's almost like this message of just wait, your time is coming. Hold on. Oh no, hold on. When I hear loud cracking in my ears, is it my guides trying to get me to pay attention to something? Yes. Almost like when that happens, it's your guides being like, observe. Don't take it personally. Don't let your emotions override what we're trying to show you. Be in observer mode and you'll see what you need to see. Oh, I didn't see that. I saw the one she did on Instagram. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. I love Amanda. Fun story. I'm going to make a video about this later. But when I was, I guess, testing out the blueprint, figuring out like how I wanted to separate the sections and stuff and how I use it with decks, Amanda's decks were one of the decks that I was like, if it fits with this, it's good. If it doesn't, I need to change it. I did not do the giveaway for the members yet. That's going to be probably this upcoming week. I got really behind this week. I had 2 podcasts and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, next week it'll be up there. I'm going to make a video and do all the members ones at once. Will the complaint regarding H be easily resolved? It's like a tug of war. It's like a back and forth, and then all at once, it's like, okay. So it feels like there's a tug of war until one side tires out, and then the other side's just like, okay, and let's go with a rope. I don't know if I'd say easily. I'd say it's frustrating, and then it's done. Message for MG from his mama. Message. Well, there's that cracking of the eggshell we were just talking about. Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw. The path ahead of you is unfolding in perfect timing, even when it feels slow. Coffee or tea may be significant. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's almost like there's a new journey that MG is going to be going on because there's like a chapter ending, right? And there's a healthy distraction coming in the next chapter, but there had to be this period of darkness before the dawn so that the dawn could be appreciated fully. But MG doesn't have to know like what the next steps are. It's just going to unfold. So it's kind of like a blind faith or a trust fall, I guess. Oops. Message from spiritual team with token. Oh, it's like a as above, so below heart. And that goes actually very well with the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. It's literally the same. You've created you've created space for something to come in. Six of Wands is a victory. You've successfully created the space necessary for something to come in that you've been trying to come in. Will my husband and I move soon? Will my husband and I move soon? I do see a move, but I feel like it's something that's brick by brick. It's almost like there's more steps to it than you may be anticipating right now. I do see a move, but I don't think it's as soon as you'd like. I think there's an issue to overcome first. I'm planning a short trip next week, driving 12 hours round trip. What can I know about the drive and or destination? There's one thing you don't get to do that you wanted to do, but it's not like a worst case scenario. It's just disappointing. And I'm almost wondering if it has something to do with like a weather thing or like a change in plans due to a cancellation that's not your fault. I don't know. I think Page of Pentacles, it goes well. I think you learn a lot during it. Like, I think that it's a very, I don't know, like maybe like mentally unpacking concepts in your mind that you don't typically have time to think about as much when you're busy. There's something like that that you get out of it. All right, let me go to this list. I'm going to close. What time is it? You guys make Gavin lunch soon. I'm going to close super chats. 1 second. Oh, I never even had the banner on, so I guess that doesn't really matter, does it? Well, there it is anyway. All right, let me do these real quick. Clarifier on the devil in the weekend message. What is that devil card? What's that shadow? What's that trigger? All right. And the song is Freaking Out by Arizona. It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice of how to handle it. It's almost like this. You know those games on boardwalks where it's like a tube and there's water in the tube and there's a water gun and you have to squirt the little target, and as you squirt it, the water goes up. It's almost like your guides need to get you to a certain level so that they can see if you'll make the choice to de-escalate your emotions or allow them to run away with you or from you. I never know which word that is in that saying, but it's like that. So it's kind of like a Build-A-Bear thing. Like, it's like, it doesn't really matter what happens. It's just needing to get your emotions to a certain point so that you can make the decision to de-escalate them. Did I mess up the outcome to go in my favor from what I had previously posted? Oh, okay, so you do know what thing I'm talking about. No, you didn't. You just gave them ammo for a delay. Because Page of Swords in reverse, it's like, can they really use whatever it was against you? No. But Three of Cups in reverse, it's not good for them. So they're going to Eight of Cups. What can we do? Cause a delay. So I don't think you messed up the outcome. I just think that you gave them a reason to try and give you the runaround more, if that makes sense. Like run you around for longer type of thing. New member, thank you. Become obsessed with the fact that your potential is limitless. You can be anything and everything you want. You know how much darkness it takes to make a star shine. It's time to put your foot on the gas pedal here on some idea you had or some kind of change that you want it to make. It's whatever. I mean, do that. Whatever change it is, it's pulling you towards alignment. I need to fix this. That's driving me insane. New member, thank you. Don't go backwards into habits and situations that weren't helping you evolve. Stay consistent with forward movement and positive changes. And then I'm almost flipped over as well. People will come back into your life after they get disappointed by people they thought were better than you. So, quite literally, don't look backwards. You're not going that way. You've outgrown. It's giving new phone. Who's this? Like, you've outgrown certain people's access to you. And if they come knocking, don't open the door and go backwards. Keep going forward. Two more and then back to the other list, and then super chats are closed. Does Abraham have something going on with Jose? What's going on with Abraham and Jose? It's like they tried to come together for something and it fell apart. I feel like one of them deceived the other one. Like I expected more out of you, or I expected you to show up for me in this way, and then you didn't. Yeah, sabotage, betrayal. Something going on. I want to say yes, but it's not what you think. It's almost like something went wrong, not something went right, if that makes sense. Will I ever meet the significant other of my dreams, and will I be theirs? I feel like this is a message of, as you shed away any layers of who you're not, any like fear programming, lack programming, anything like that, as you increase your confidence in knowing who you are, you'll see very clearly this person and vice versa. You'll be mirrors for one another. But you don't want to, if you're holding up a distorted mirror or like a not all the way full. Okay, so if you're a circle, this is a mirror. If you're only visible this much, you can attract anyone else who has that much visibility because they can kind of fake it, right? But if you're full seen, you'll only attract the person who's a match for you that's full seen. So this is like what fear or lack needs to be alleviated. Is that the right word there? Get what needs to be got rid of so that your mirror can be fully seen, so that your mirror partner can find you. Okay, go back to this list. What will happen next in the Sandra Birchmore case? Is a plea deal imminent? Oh, I forgot that was happening. I need to look into that. What will happen next? A declined offer first. Painful ending. I think plea deal might be what this looks like. Fulfilling a rejected deal. So it's almost like someone comes with a deal and they're like, what about this? And the other side says no. And they're like, okay, fine, bye. Let's go to trial then, or let's do this then. And then the other side's like, no, let's talk. It's kind of given that. Yeah, judgment. Death. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty likely. Message from Maisie. I didn't know that would be the last time I saw her. Didn't know that would be. If You Could Feel My Love by Viox. Marriage. Okay, so right off the bat, there's like this don't apologize. Because who sees your heart better than your husband? Nobody. And the card says marriage, the first card that came out. So she's like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that apology stuff. Blackbird by the Beatles. Oh, you were never meant to carry this alone. I see the weight you're holding, the quiet burdens you don't speak about. Put it down. She's like, put it down. Turn the wheel a different way. The truth you've been avoiding. Fear has been holding you back more than reality has. I feel like there's a need to acknowledge how sometimes you're comfortable in grief to the extent that it keeps you in the grief longer than you need to be, just because it's viewed as comfort because you know what to expect. You don't know how much, you don't know what to expect as much when it comes to joy, so it's a little bit more uncomfortable. I feel like that's the message. Any messages? I'm feeling extremely low today. What do you need to know? Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like needing to observe something from a different angle. What? You're feeling extremely low today. You're feeling like this, right? You're feeling like all of your different thoughts are battling with one another. But this is in reverse. The monster's not as scary as you think, right? Whatever's going on right now, it's like there's an emotion that you were avoiding. Let's just say it's sadness. There's an emotion that you were avoiding. Every time you'd get sad before, you were like, I need to go do laundry. I need to go do this or that. This is like you're sitting in it now. That's why you feel extremely down, because you're sitting in what you used to run from. That's not a bad thing. That's a moving through it thing. And you're not falling apart, you're just feeling extremely down. In the past, if you sat with this, you would have fell all the way apart. This time you're like, oh, this kind of sucks, I feel sad. You needed to feel sad because that shows you're not running from it. So the message is this too shall pass. How can I tackle this lack mindset? I know it comes from family and keeping small. From family and keeping small. Yes. Page of Swords in reverse is like a defending your own intellectual growth. Like the lack mindset, it's not that you are now becoming someone that you weren't before, and now it's like, I need to earn the abundance of this new character that I've unlocked. It's not that. It's like, I was always this. I just put on pieces of other people's character to try it on because they told me I needed to. And those pieces of the character weren't attracting abundance because it wasn't authentic to me. And authenticity is what attracts abundance. Where was I going with that? So anyways, now you've taken off all those pieces and now you're able to magnetize abundance. So I think it's knowing that you don't have to earn the abundance of the new character unlocked. The new character unlocked is you, just without all the shielding of everybody else. Did Amy Bradley willingly go with whoever took her, willingly signing up, possibly misled? I am still going to do that other reading this upcoming week. I just got nothing else done this week. I kind of didn't realize it was the last couple days in August, and I still had a bunch of readings I had to do. So anyway, this reading will be next week as well. But did she willingly go with whoever took her? At first. To an extent, I went, and then I was like, bring me back, and it didn't happen. So like I feel at first, whomever she was with, I go with them, and then I realize what it is, and I'm like, I'm going back, and I'm blocked. I'm not able to. Will I become financially secure anytime soon? It has been such a battle. Financially secure anytime soon. No, not soon. First comes the mindset shift. Getting out of a lack mindset will restore the balance and show you where opportunities are. So I feel like before taking any kind of external action, there's a need to look internally and say, what is my relationship with money? What is my perspective on money? Maybe even looking up some kind of like reframing the money mindset perspective type video or book or something like that may be helpful. It's like needing to get your mind to start to reform different neural pathways, because right now it's like the lights are out. You just got to turn the lights back on in the room to see the opportunities or the solutions. Oh, I never thought of that because Amazon would allow for the shipping. Oh, wait, I don't know though because I would still be shipping it from here. Can you send me an email about this? I wonder would Amazon I don't know. I have to look because it's not like it would be shipped then from a UK warehouse. It would still be shipped from my office. Send me an email about this. I have to look because I used to have it on Amazon. But the turnaround time, they wanted me to send it like the next day every time. But anyway, I will look at that if you send me an email. Does S love me? Does S love me? I don't think that this person is right now in the place for that to mean what you are hoping it would mean. It feels like this person is trying to get out of their own head or unpack things in their own head. And it's like, I can't really see anyone else's value in that way until I can start to untwirl myself from whatever is trapping me in my mind. Song from Cousin Phil. If You Could Read My Mind by Gordon Lightfoot. But I feel like it's less about the song and more about the If You Could Read My Mind. Light and dark battling. It's like he's going to keep showing you something over and over until you realize where the puzzle piece fits. One second. I don't know where I'm at. Message why I'm so tired. Is it low blood pressure? Kind of feels more like an upgrade. I mean, Six of Cups could be something not being as high as it needs to be, like blood pressure wise, but this wouldn't be anything that would be like cause for concern. Nine of Pentacles to 10 of Cups is like you're going through an upgrade, like a system upgrade. I also feel like, how do I word this? There's a lot of feet on the ground, but head in the clouds energy. And there's a lot, like, not in a bad way, but like I'm focusing on my crown chakra and my root chakra. So my energy is constantly like this, and that can be tiring. Will my dishwasher ever get fixed, or will I have to buy a new one? Fixed. New one. I think you can fix it, but then it's going to break again. So it's kind of like how expensive is it to fix, and how many times do you feel like doing that? Because it's probably going to break more than once. I feel like getting a new one, you're not going to want to. It's like, I don't want to spend this, but then I don't have to re-spend other money later. Saw a dead bird at the same place on 2 separate occasions over the past few weeks. What's the message? Misunderstood downloads are clearing up. Like a download you thought meant one thing because you needed to think that at that time to get to where you're at now. It's like, I don't know how else to say it. Misunderstood downloads are going to make more sense. Dead birds falling out of the sky. Oh, I was like, where is that coming from? Yeah, it's like misunderstood downloads making more sense. Was my mother treated well in her last assisted living facility? Is she better off in her new one? Was she treated well in the last one? Uh, no. Why? What's why? They were over populated, like over understaffed, over patiented. Not enough time to focus on her. Is she better off in her new one? He's looking over at the time issue. Progress. Yes. They have they might not have more time, but they're quicker, so they're able to get to things more efficiently in the new one. Oh, I love this. Let's pull one of these for you. We eat lies when our hearts are hungry. Be mindful and vigilant, but it was in reverse. Your discernment is on point. So this is like your gratitude has unlocked increased discernment. So it's like God saying, "Don't worry, I'll show you if there's anything you need to be worried about. Otherwise, keep up that attitude. Keep up that good attitude." Is it professional opportunities that are coming, or are they of a different nature? Standing out in a public way because of things coming together for you. And this Nine of Cups has someone coming to like offer the plate instead of just there's usually not someone there. I don't think it starts as a career thing. I think it's connections that open different doors. Could that lead to career? Yes, but I don't have any career cards right here, so I can't say that for sure. But I think it's just connections that start to reflect back to you what you're capable of. Message from my dad about the physical move I'm about to make and a song. Oh, big plans by Why Don't We? Don't you know I got some big plans? Physical move I'm about to make. He's like, you mean the physical move we're about to make? Because I'm going with you. Independence. I want to word this as you have to go because you've outgrown the previous space. Like you have outgrown the previous container. And Nine of Pentacles is like, it's time for your Ten of Pentacles, which is like something that you built brick by brick. But Page of Pentacles in reverse, you can't do it where you're at because the Empress in reverse, you've outgrown it. Your light is too bright for the current space. So expect this to be a rebirth because it's symbolic of like, you've outgrown your old reality. And maybe that's why he's like, oh, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you, the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Will I be able to relocate soon? Will I be able to relocate soon? No. Definitely not as soon as you'd like. Um, but it's kind of for your protection. Queen of Cups, like right now, your emotional waters are stilling or like stilling, right? Stilling, calming down. So it's like give yourself the time to just feel at ease, even if ideally you would like to be further away from the past situation. It's not time yet. You're in this like protection through protecting emotions energy. Phil passed of an overdose. He had his life made with a heavy metal band and his college degree. What made him go back to drugs? What made him go back? Interesting. I thought I ran far enough away from my grief until there was nowhere else to run. And I realized that my grief was just sitting there with me. Like I built this King of Pentacles, I built this stability, I built this foundation, I built this career. Um, But the Magician, 5 of Cups in reverse, I thought that because I built this, that my grief was quiet now, but I just didn't realize that I was yelling louder than the grief. And when I got silent, I realized how loud the grief still was, and it hit me all at once. It feels like that. Um, Almost like I thought I took out this like piece of coal and left it in my old reality, but then all of a sudden I reached my hand in my pocket in one of the harder moments, and I realized that it's still in there. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm never getting rid of this because look, I have all this that I wanted and it's still in there. I can't get rid of it. It kind of feels like that. Who was the warm energy with me this morning? Any message? Hey, look, you, warm energy. Trying to give you a download. Oh, trying to give you lots of downloads. All right, that's good. Oh, spirit guide giving you lots of pieces. Oh, it's like a spirit guide coming in and showing you this is what the puzzle is supposed to look like. All right, I got to go. And now you're sitting there with the puzzle pieces like, oh yeah, what was that picture? Let me put this together. It's like that. Will my ex be charged with unaliving, a hit and run, and a child? Oh wow. Will they be charged? I feel like eventually, but there's a need for more information that's not, they need more proof or more something. This is the court being like, I need more to go on than this in order to go to this victory. Things need to start turning in a way that they're not. There's a wall here. So I feel like they need more in order to feel confident enough to go through with it. Message for the weekend. Message for the weekend. 3 of Cups flipped over, so that's good. Can you like do a little date with yourself? Like it's almost like this energy of a deeper level of realness to experience with yourself, because recently you've felt like a lot of people were like performing around you, or like maybe it's just an upgrade where you're noticing how often people are not genuine and authentic. And it's almost like there's a part of you inside that's like, let me look back into my own reflection instead of following their path. Let me let them walk on and do whatever they want to do and look at my own reflection so I can reestablish some kind of motivation here, because you're sick of feeling like you're hanging on the edge. I don't know what else that would be other than like a self date, or like maybe like going on a nice long walk with yourself, and like almost if you go on a long walk, right? This is what I'm seeing. I don't know if this is literal, take it however you want. But if you go on a long walk and you're like looking like you're on your phone, but you're really leaving yourself like a long voice memo. And then at the end of the walk, you either just delete it and let it go, or you re-listen to it and observe it. It's like something like that. Oh, let's do these two real quick. And then I have to hop off. Let's pull one of these for you. You are not selfish for wanting to be treated well. I feel like you should repeat that in the mirror to yourself like 10 times today. Look dead in your eyeballs and say, I am not selfish for wanting to be treated well. Do this one and then 2 more, and then I have to hop off and go feed my child. Message from dad and a song. Okay, so maybe he's asking you to do some kind of self-nurturement, like feeding, maybe literally if you're not eating enough right now, or not eating or something like that, or maybe like emotional eating could be tied in. But there's some need to nurture yourself in the way that you know you're capable of. There's a gap in the story. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to be afraid of change. It's only leading you somewhere new. There's a gap. Right now, you're in a holding period before some kind of change that you already enacted starts to show you the results. So just keep up doing whatever it is that you started. You're over the target. The dart just hasn't hit it yet. It's on the way. So as long as you don't jump in front of it, it'll hit the target. You know what I mean? Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton and Humble and Kind, which is like when you get where you're going. So something's going to come to fruition for you. Just don't get in the way of it is the message. And I feel like getting in the way of it is like allowing your own mind or emotions to stop you from enjoying it or something along those lines. All right, 2 more, and then I have to go feed Gavin. Message from Mom. Anything at all with a song or a token? Five and 5. So signaling some kind of change that's leading to a completion of a cycle. 8, 7, 6, 5. I know you wish things had happened differently, but it's okay to move forward without all the answers. It's okay to move forward without all the answers. That's you moving forward without all the answers. She said what she said. Yeah, it's time to heal. It's time to heal. You don't need to figure out all of the pieces of the puzzle to know that you can build a better puzzle ahead than you ever could looking back. Will I land a job with one of the 4 interviews I am going to be attending? Will I land a job with one of the 4 interviews? I feel like you end up taking something else. I do feel like maybe one of these places connects you to the place that you end up going to. So this is like, I'm driving to this place and I notice this other place type of thing or something along those lines. But I'm almost wondering if you're overqualified, which is interesting because earlier in this live, I had something similar come out for somebody else. I'm almost wondering if you're overqualified, or maybe this is like, don't make yourself seem overqualified in the interview because that might not be what they're looking for, if that makes sense. Like make yourself seem exactly qualified. Oh, and then show them how qualified you are if you get it, something like that. All right, everyone, I have to get off and go feed Gavin. Hopefully returning to more regularly scheduled stuff next week. Like videos and stuff. I'm very behind. I'm going to be posting the members giveaway later today. And I also have another giveaway today, but I think that was on TikTok. I have to text Brooke. Thank you all for being here. If you ordered a July reading, you should have it. So if you do not, please email me. If you ordered one of the video readings, I still have a couple more of them to do. I think a bunch of people ordered them on the 17th and 18th when I had them open. So I'll have them probably by the end of the weekend. Is there anything else? I don't know. I have to think. I'm going to be back next week with some updates. Thank you, everyone, for being here.